For me, New Year is the time to look at how I'm living my life and start making changes. I want to be active, look after myself and be open to new things. Alongside Dry January and Veganuary, there's a new trend that's becoming increasingly popular. It's good for you and the planet, eating insects. It might be the future, but it sounds horrible. So I set myself a challenge. Could I eat bugs for a whole week? Are you joking? I've just bought these from my local supermarket. They are barbecue roasted cricket. Now, I've heard good things about eating insects. I've heard that they're good for the environment, they're sustainable, good for me, they're packed with protein. Are they the future? Let's chat to somebody who knows exactly what they're talking about. Charlotte, thanks for popping into Radio 1 to see me. Tell me a little bit about what you do, please.
I am doing a PhD at the moment in zoology, the Department of Zoology in Cambridge.
Cool.
And it's on edible insects.
So if somebody said eat insects to me, I'd be thinking of a TV programme rather than the reality. And do you find that being a problem in the UK especially?
Yeah, I think it's a huge problem. Some people will consider them to be a novelty and something they might try, but other people will be disgusted by the very idea. This idea that insects are disgusting is really not very respectful of the 2 billion people around the world who've eaten them traditionally for many generations. People do consider them a complete delicacy and they look forward to the season when they can harvest insects. They tend to reach quite high prices. Like prawns are often cited as one example. Mussels, objectively just as strange as insects, and yet they're an accepted part of our diets. So there's no reason why insects shouldn't also be more accepted as well.
So how do insects feed into sustainability?
The problem is that the way in which we are eating is not sustainable. The farming of livestock and the farming of grain to feed those livestock is contributing hugely to environmental degradation, which is also exacerbating climate change. As the population is growing, we are running out of resources and we need to find different ways to eat. Insects pose one potential solution to this. If you're farming insects, the vast majority of them actually use far less water, emit far less methane, and the process of farming them emits far fewer greenhouse gases. Also, they have a much lower land footprint, particularly if you start feeding them on vegetable waste. You're using a lot less land. You don't need to farm all this extra stuff to actually feed the animals, and you're producing protein at a very rapid rate. When we eat insects, we tend to eat the whole insect, so nothing gets wasted. Whereas with, for example, cows, a lot of the byproducts will actually just go to waste. Insects have really high protein content. Dried, they tend to have sort of between 60 and 70% protein, which is huge. They tend to be very high in iron and zinc. Even in the UK, there is a prevalence of iron and zinc deficiencies. And so by switching to insects, we're not only potentially helping the environment, but also helping with our public health as well.
Is this the future?
Could be.
Inspired by Charlotte, I contacted Seb, a head chef at an award-winning Thai restaurant, who also runs an edible insect company. I asked him to send me some recipes so I could start munching some bugs. So the challenge is to eat insects for 7 days, every single meal. You can do this. This side of the box looks normal. This side of the box looks like hell. Looks like stuff you'd go fishing with. That's buffalo worms. Ooh, dark chocolate and fig, high protein bar, very fancy. This is not sand, this is buffalo worm protein powder, delicious in protein shakes. Breakfast, barbecue mealworms. Who doesn't love a good barbecued mealworm? Granola. With buffalo worms. Start your day the right way. Greek spiced grasshoppers, high protein pasta, cricket flour, Belgian milk chocolate covered crickets. I'll try that. It's just a raisin. It's just a raisin. A crispy raisin. A delicious crispy raisin. That is really nice. Feed these to your kids. They won't know any different. Oh my God. Oh my God. Armor-tail scorpions. Not a chance. No way. There's one more thing in here. And it's from Seb. Thank you, Seb. And it's a meal plan. 7 days. I can't even cook, Seb. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if I last the week. I'm gonna go with something really simple for my first meal. Let's go with salt roasted grasshoppers and scrambled eggs. I think I can do that. Scrambled eggs are done. So what do? Just sprinkle them on. Look at that, heads and wings. I can't do it. Right, I think that one's doable. It's got no arms. Stop being such a baby and eat it. Did you hear that? You can do this. Come on, you can do it. Go. Oh, you can do this. It's good for the environment. It's good for you. Iron. Zinc. Oh! Right, sorry to be disgusting, but I can feel its wing on my tongue. Oh my god. It just gets stuck in your throat. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna think about my life and my choices so far. And I'm gonna dig deep and I'm gonna change. And I'm gonna come back tomorrow and try something else. We can do this. This is gonna be so hard.
Adele, what's happening? Are you okay?
I'm saving the planet.
In what way?
I am eating insects every single meal for the next 7 days to see if this is a viable thing that people can do.
This is rank.
So Wednesday's going to be the last day I'm doing it, and I've come to invite you really kindly to have some wonderful cuisine cooked by a chef.
I'm good, actually. I'm all right. As I said, I've had my bagel. I'm all good to go.
Will you think about it at the very least?
I'm definitely thinking about it.
Okay, thank you.
But I have also made up my mind. Sounds disgusting.
Undeterred by Greg, I fearlessly got stuck into another meal. This time, one of my own inventions, buffalo mealworm pasta, topped with tomato sauce, crickets, buffalo worms, and my nemesis, the grasshopper. That's right, pasta bolognese. It's okay. It's all right. Let's try grasshopper. Grasshoppers are vile. They are just too much. They're like massive torpedoes of hell. There's just no need for them. Bon appetit. Clearly, I needed help. And if anybody could make insects tasty, it's Chef Seb. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
You right, Adele? How's it going? I had no idea what your cooking ability was like, so I've now come to realise some of it was a bit difficult,
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah. I'll just be honest with you, I have no clue of how to cook these. I mean, your instructions were great, but I don't really have any cookery skills.
Yeah.
So can you just talk me through the bags and maybe how I should see these flavours?
Yeah, let's start with grasshoppers. So these I actually think are quite milky and they want to taste like walnuts with the skin on still. So they're quite good to soak in soy and then like fry or roast and put in curries and stuff. Crickets taste like milky peanuts. So they really do. If you roast them, they're very, very sweet, like almost like cocoa powdery. Most people turn it into flowers. This probably smells a little bit like cocoa powder. It smells like, do you know what I mean? Buffalo worms.
I know these ones.
Yeah, so they're shrimpy and they're flavoursome, but they are also commonly used as fishing bait, aren't they? It's probably...
My dad uses them to catch fish. So shrimps, peanuts, walnuts.
Yeah, basically.
Do you remember your first time?
The first time I ever got them, first of all, the preconception of like looking at them and like, whoa, I'm gonna eat these. But as soon as you start to eat them, it's the same as sushi was, like 15, 20 years ago. No one knew what it was. These are the prawns of the sky, as people would say.
I like that.
So,
where did you go to find recipes and inspiration?
I started looking on the internet, which I'm sure you've done, and all the recipes I could find were written by sailors and stuff like that. It made no sense. It was all like, eye of a maggot, bottom of a bottle, so I kind of just ignored that and started from scratch because I knew I had to treat it like a science experiment. There's just under 2,000 known edible insects. We've got 4 here. So the more people that cook with it, the more things we're going to understand and develop.
The thing I've struggled with the most, apart from the way it looks, I think I'm getting over that now, it's the taste and the dryness.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure how to make them tasty.
Do you not like crunchy things? Do you not like crisps or peanuts?
Oh, I love it, yeah. It's just they don't usually look like this.
They don't. No, they don't normally have faces. But in reality, I think what we're finding a lot more is the flour version. Because it's a bit more accessible, you don't have to actually look it in the eyes. That's going to be the way we go at first, because people want it for its nutritional value and its sustainable value rather than getting a whole insect as an experiment and cooking with it.
With cows or other animals like chickens, it feeds a lot of people.
Yeah.
But with insects, it takes a lot of them, the whole of them, to feed me, and it makes me feel a little bit bad.
The only thing I can't stand is waste. And the difference is you may be eating a lot of these organisms, but you're not wasting any of them. Whereas the mass production of meat and fish, there's so many byproducts used, but there's so much waste as well. There really is. There isn't any here at all. So as long as it's not wasted, there's no waste at all, I'm kind of happy.
Yeah, it's made me more mindful, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sebi, this looks great. What are you going to cook for me?
This is a miang, a little insecty salad, so it's sweet, salty, sour.
Lovely.
Mix it up a little bit. We might as well show off the insects, so let's do a few more of these on top.
Cheers.
Good.
That is gorgeous. It's just like some sort of like zesty, sweet, nutty, everything going on in there. A little bit spicy. That is absolutely gorgeous. Seb didn't stop there. We set about making a unique curry with my old favourite, the grasshopper.
Let's start with that.
Okay.
Coconut cream,
Okay.
bok choy, wild ginger. Keep scraping and stirring it nice and delicately.
And what are we calling this, chef?
Grasshopper and Asian vegetable red curry.
It's hot, but it's delicious. That is so good. I can't even tell there's a grasshopper in there. And I can taste the walnuts now.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying this, but that is one of the nicest things I've ever tasted. That is incredible. And I just want to say thank you so much for reframing in my mind the world of edible insects, because I think I was focusing too much on how they looked rather than how they tasted.
You converted.
Well, I won't go that far. I'm definitely questioning, I'm curious, I'm ready to swipe right on this world, and I feel like I'm in there now.
Cool, well, good luck with it. Get stuck in.
Armed with newfound confidence and quality ingredients from Seb, I returned home to show off the wares to my girlfriend Kate. Crickets! A big mealworm pillow!
Yay!
Woohoo! Bigger mealworms! They taste amazing. I know how to cook them now. And grasshoppers, no wings. You in?
Are you cooking?
I'll tell you what to do and you can make them.
Right.
It seems like the market for edible insects is growing, but how are they actually farmed? And what sort of scale are we talking about? I set off to a futuristic farm in the Netherlands to find out. This is amazing. I've never seen a farm like this before.
This is the farm of the future. Here we keep over a couple of billions of insects.
May I go inside?
Yeah,
Can
let's
you take
go.
me in? Yes! The jumpsuit's cool, but the hairnet, I'm not so sure about this.
This is our vertical farm.
Vertical
Basically,
farm?
It's a vertical farm. So here inside we have over 50,000 crates and we have more than 8 billion insects inside. There are more animals living in here than there are people on the planet.
Wow.
So this is where all the magic happens, and this is where we have the magic combination of animals, of biology, together with machinery. We're bringing actually the animals to their feet, and that's being done by the robot that you're looking at. This is the feed and the living environment for the insects.
It smells of alcohol. Are they getting drunk? What is that? Is it like beer?
No, they're not getting drunk. Don't worry. So this beetle lays a lot of eggs. Then out of those eggs, there come the larvae. And after 28 days, we harvest those larvae. It's a continuous process.
These are the buffalo larvae, so we look at how we can turn them into all kinds of food ingredients to make all kinds of products.
So these turn into these?
They do. So this is something we call textured insect protein, or TIP.
Right.
Think tofu, but made from insects.
Oh, okay.
It is spongy and wet. You can give it a poke.
May I try? Yeah. Oh my gosh. You see, everything I've tried so far has been dry and brittle.
When all you have are dry ingredients, it's tough to make, wet products. But when you think about most of the food you eat, well, it's wet.
Yeah.
And that lets us use it as a meat, dairy, and egg alternative. And that's where we can really see an environmental and sustainable impact of the products that we're making.
That is incredible. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. It kind of tastes a bit vegetarian as well, though.
We do find insects don't deliver like that beefiness that you might expect from a beef burger, and for me that's fine. A lot of vegetarians are doing it really because they're concerned about the environmental impact of their diet. So for them, it aligns with their ethics around sustainability, and it still is delivering what they're looking for, which is high quality protein, vitamin B12, and iron.
When I first started on this journey, I was like, it's not tasty enough for me to make the leap. Now that I've met you and your burgers, I'm interested.
Awesome.
What would you say to people like me who just see the insects and go, ugh, no, not for me?
Well, first of all, just try it.
Yeah.
But I think it's very important that we play a role in that as well. By transforming the insects into ingredients that they can use instead of offering them edible insects, that will make it much easier for them using it. And by tasting good, high quality products, they will start thinking about, hey, this is a clean label, this is a very nutritionally dense ingredient, and very sustainable.
Where do you think this is going, and what do you think the future is?
The more high quality, tasty product we will get on the market, the faster it will grow. And I hope that my kids and kids of my kids will probably think by then that they think it's strange that we're having this conversation. Why?
Wow, that was amazing. I've just been in a warehouse with 8 billion insects. I've never been near 8 billion anything before. It's big business, isn't it? It's here to stay, it's exciting, and I think I'm ready to continue on my journey. It's given me the boost I needed. Let's go home. Straight back to the kitchen, and time to try my hand at some exotic cinema snacks. First up, cricket flour chocolate truffle balls. Just natural, gorgeous energy. I don't know how an idiot like me made something like that. That is glorious. I can't believe that those treats came out of those crickets. Next up, buffalo mealworm crisps. Oh my gosh, so good! I'm taking my girlfriend on a date to the cinema, and that's what we're eating. What? So off we went. Possibly the only punters that day to be snacking on insects instead of popcorn. I'm amazed at how much I'm starting to enjoy my new diet. But it's going to take more than just me changing my eating habits to save the world. Can I convince Scott and my long-suffering girlfriend Kate to get on board? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You ready to eat some insects?
I think so.
Yeah. What about you, Kate? You've never tried insects before?
I've found insects in our toaster and microwave all week.
They're all over our house.
I'm quite excited.
Yeah?
I actually am.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hi.
So here's your nibbles to get you started. Crickets fried with pandan leaves, cafe lime and Thai garlic. And then here is a buffalo worm miang.
So this is worms.
So this is worms, yeah. So it's buffalo worm miang.
Thanks.
Get stuck in.
Thank
Give it a go.
you.
Thanks,
Bon appetit, guys. Dig in. Close your eyes. Oh,
Nice.
you like it?
Yeah.
Well done.
Weird.
It really
Nice
is
but
weird.
I
weird.
kind of feel like I'm going to cry, but it tastes really nice.
It's nice, but I'm going to cry.
Wing on my finger.
They are wingy, aren't they? Twist. I mean, it's a different bar snack to normal.
What does it remind you of?
However, after a night out, I would demolish all of that.
Do you know what's freaking me out? That I can see the eyes glistening from the bowl.
I've not even seen that.
Just put them in.
They're looking at me.
Right, please dig into these. I think you're going to love them.
Go on then. The flavours are nice.
Yeah?
Really helped out by the flavours, I think.
Wow.
For mains, this is Chiang Mai noodles. Today we're doing it with some soy roasted grasshoppers for green papaya salad, wild crickets instead of shrimp. Then we've got a cricket flour roti bread.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
So I can eat this because I can't see any insects, so I don't mind this.
That's the first time I've eaten a grasshopper and actually liked it. Try it.
Oh, too crunch.
You okay?
Okay. Don't know
your
if I'm
favourite?
going to do that again. In my head, it makes sense that I want to do something that's good for the environment, but in my mouth, it doesn't taste as good as chicken or beef at the moment.
Guys, so the piece de resistance.
Oh.
Here is your grasshopper, banana jam and pandan ice cream with cassia bark butterscotch.
This, I mean, that's definitely an insect there.
You wouldn't really have anything proteiny in a piece of sugar in your dessert.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like a wedge of beef in your ice cream. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
Interesting.
I feel like with the sustainability aspect and the fact that they're high protein, I feel like fitness people will start to get onto them.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could be a thing.
It'll be the next thing.
Yeah, you'll be down the gym with your Tupperware.
The food's been amazing, but it's kind of been in spite of the insects.
I don't know how many times a day I could do this, you know?
I've got thousands of them at home in a cupboard, haven't I? Big massive bag. Do you want to come round? Come back to mine. I've got some scorpions, I don't want to eat them yet. And I'm going to try and eat it tomorrow.
On its own?
It's on its own.
No. I met some in the desert once in Kenya and I was not happy.
You didn't eat those ones?
No, they just bit me.
They ate you. Wow, what an experience this has been. Do you know what? I've loved it. And I didn't think I'd say that. I've absolutely loved it. It was never something that I saw as edible. And this journey has taught me that you can eat them. They're really nutritious, really high in protein, brilliant for the planet, sustainable. So I think it's a no-brainer. In the UK, it's going to get more and more popular. I think that insects answer so many questions. I think they're fabulous. They're not the best thing to look at. They don't necessarily taste the best. They can be a little bit hard to digest, looking at you, grasshoppers. But I think the benefits outweigh the negatives without a doubt. So I think I'm going to start adding them into my diet. I think I've converted. There's just one more thing I think I need to conquer. Are you joking? Oh my God, it's making me vom. I can't even touch it. I don't like it. Why would I need to eat that though?
So that you can end your journey.
I've ended it.
And
It's
start
done.
eating normal food again.
I've done it. It's fine.
You need closure.
I'll eat these. I don't think I can do it. Okay, go on. It's disgusting. I am never eating one of them again. That was horrid. That is disgusting. Who does that?